called the Four Foundations of Mindfulness. In Buddhist teaching, there are four kind of categories of things that we can be mindful of for foundational concepts or for foundational aspects of experience that we can be mindful of. And the first foundation is what we'll cover today. And I'm not intending to make this a teaching series or a lecture series or anything like that, but I will give a little bit of explanation right now. The first foundation is one that we're probably all extremely familiar with if we have experienced any mindfulness practice whatsoever. And that is the body. And so what is meant by that foundation of mindfulness as the body, is we bring our mindful awareness to our body sensations. One of the most common body sensations that we use when practicing mindfulness is that of our breath. There are a host of reasons for this, but hi, Mama Lazo, welcome. I'm in the middle of explaining what I'm doing here, and since I'm going to post this as a replay, I won't repeat everything, but just as a little recap, I'm going to use these next 4 weeks to talk about and lead practices based on the four foundations of mindfulness. And this first one is the foundation of the body, so body sensations. And as I was just saying, the most mindfulness practices that we're all exposed to are based around the breath, which is it's one of the sensations that we can experience in our body. And so, basically, the reason I want to touch on these four foundations of mindfulness over the next 4 weeks is because of my focus on connecting with nature. And not just connecting with nature, but realizing that we are nature. And one of the easiest ways to tap into that aspect of our experience is to realize that the breath that we are breathing, the bodies that we have all originated from the earth and the natural processes in the universe. And so this is something that has to be kind of experienced. It's not something that you can lecture on at great length and get to the same level of insight as if you were to practice and realize this for yourself. And so that's why we focus so much on practice versus just lecturing and talking about it. So why don't we go ahead and do a practice focused on body sensations and the breath, and we'll go from there. All right. So if you are in a place where you can close your eyes and sit down, that's awesome. If you are not, you can still apply these same techniques, but please keep your eyes open and pay attention if you are not able to close them at this time. So, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and guide it as if you are able to sit and close your eyes, and I'm going to also close my eyes for this practice. So first of all, what we want to do is get in touch with our posture. At the beginning of any mindfulness practice that I lead, I try to remember to have us be aware of how we're sitting. As one famous teacher, Joseph Goldstein, likes to say, sit and know that you're sitting. If you're walking, if you're lying down, if you're driving, know that that's what you're doing. Don't just do it mindlessly and be focused on other things. Be aware and focused on what you're actually doing right now. So notice your posture. Make any adjustments that you may need to make yourself comfortable. And find an effortless position to hold your body in, to where the body just holds itself up. So your spine is straight, natural curves, of course, about as straight as you can. Not rigid, not tense, just relaxed. start to notice the sensations in your feet. You don't have to make the sensations happen, they're already happening. We're just shining the spotlight into that corner of our experience. And then move on up your legs to your seat. Notice the sensations of your butt in the chair or whatever surface you're on. Again, you don't have to try to make these sensations happen, they're already there. And then just gradually moving up the body through your midsection, up to your shoulders and arms, neck, your head. And just zoom out and see if you can feel all of the sensations in your body all at once. Not imagining your body in space, but rather feeling the sensations from the inside out, as it were. Now tune your attention into your breath. Notice where you feel the breath most prominently. For some, that will be near the nose, where the air enters and exits. For others, it might be in the back of the throat or the esophagus. Noticing the cool air coming in and warm air going back out. It might be the simple sensation of the shoulders and chest rising and falling with each breath. Or maybe if you're relaxed enough, you might even feel it deep in your belly. You may hear sounds. You may hear the sounds of a helicopter flying over my house right now. Sounds are not a distraction. Sounds are simply what's happening right now. When we practice mindfulness, nothing is a distraction, everything is included. So notice the breath, come back to the breath. Even though it may feel like other things, other experiences are vying for your attention, you may seem distracted, especially with thinking. It's okay for the mind to be thinking right now. Just simply shine the spotlight back on your breathing, back on your body sensations. This part of the practice is also a focusing practice. And just noticing how the breath is a natural process that the body has complete control over. Sure, we can try to adjust our breath, and we can do things like breath work where we manipulate the breath a bit, but we didn't get to choose whether or not we breathe. Breathing is a natural process that simply occurs. Just like everything else breathes, animals breathing, even plants taking in gases, releasing gases. We're just one other form of life on this earth, carrying out natural processes that everything else is carrying out along with us. All in our own different and unique ways, but still side by side connected with each other. Coming back to the breath for a few more moments, noticing the sensations in the body. just to bring the practice to a close, beginning to manipulate the breath a bit by bringing in a deep inhale, holding it at the top, and then exhaling when you're ready. A long, extended exhale. And just taking in one more deep inhale for good measure, holding at the top. And when you're ready to release that, release it slowly and begin to open your eyes and come back to the space around you. Just check in with your body. Just see what it feels like to have taken a few moments to tune in to sensations, to tune in to the body being nature, as natural processes of nerves and the whole body just being itself. Something we have very little control over. We actually have less control over our bodies than we like to imagine. They're just natural processes taking place in this earth. So see how that feels. You may choose to continue practicing for a few more moments. After this video ends, I encourage you to do so. In the meantime, before we meet next week again, you could come back to this replay and practice again, or look up some of the other videos that I've posted in the past. And just continue tuning into your body and seeing if you can bring that mindset of being nature, of I am nature. This is a natural process happening. See if it can connect you to the natural world around you. All right, I'll let you go. Thank you for practicing with me. Take care till I see you next time.